we thought what we had was going to be a great showdown between two of the best players in the NBA tonight, Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Bucks taking on Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers. Except for the second time this season already, Doris, we have Kawhi sitting out because of, air quotes, load management issues on that knee. I thought there was supposed to be a rule against this.
Listen, I'm going to preface my remarks by saying, obviously, I work for a company that has a vested interest in their stars hitting the floor when we have them. It is mind-boggling to me that Kawhi doesn't want to play against the reigning MVP, and he'd rather play against Portland tomorrow night on TNT. And I believe the league has a long-term problem. When it pinches them, I don't know. But Kawhi not playing, to me, is ridiculous at this point. I don't understand it. He is a great player. He is compelling to watch. If you've watched any of his games, he's been absolutely brilliant in the fourth quarter and won them a ton of games. And the Clippers obviously have a responsibility to Kawhi and to winning and to long term. But the league also, I believe, is and should be concerned that their best players are not playing on nights when they're on national television. The NBA ratings took a hit last year. People tune in. We know this for a fact, guys. The league, people tune in because they want to see the stars who are so compelling. There are a few players who are this compelling at this stage in their career. Giannis, obviously. LeBron remains that guy. But Kawhi not playing tonight, yes, I'm not there tonight, but I am disappointed for my colleagues, and I'm disappointed for the fans. And when this pinches the NBA, I do not know. But to me, the league has a problem.
So, Doris, the league can try and enforce load management. All the Clippers have to do is say, dude, he's got a tweaked knee, and we're not putting him on the court. We're going to wait until tomorrow. And if they can do that, so does this fall more on the Clippers, on Kawhi, or on the league, and how can they manipulate it?
I don't know what the answer is, but here's the bottom line. When it starts to affect people's wallets is the only time people care. So if the ratings continue to decline, then obviously that has an impact on the salaries long term. Because I'm not sure there is an answer for this until that point. Look at what Kawhi did, and this was the question to start the season on everybody's mind. What would the Kawhi effect be on the NBA season? I can't remember off the top of my head how many games he missed last year for Toronto. But the fact of the matter is, when it mattered most, he led Toronto to an NBA championship. He was the MVP, and he was absolutely brilliant. I'm not questioning Kawhi or his brilliance as a basketball player. This to me is beyond Kawhi. Yes, I'm upset he's not playing tonight because I'd like to watch him. But the reality is this is beyond Kawhi. This is a league-wide issue when the stars don't play. And until it affects people's wallets, I don't think there is an answer, guys.
Talking to Doris Burke with us on the Shell Pennzoil Performance Line, our ESPN NBA analyst. Protect your engine this winter. Use Pennzoil synthetic motor oil made from natural gas and not crude oil.
He played 60 games for Toronto last year.
Gotcha.
Just to have the number out there.
There you go. 60 games. And so, Doris, that actually it brings next to where I wanted to go, the other team in L.A. with the Los Angeles Lakers and what LeBron James has done so far this season. A guy who, when you talk about what might drive someone out there, seems to be highly motivated this season by all of the talk around him and his supposed demise or fall from the top. Have you been surprised at all by just how great he's been coming off of a disappointing 2018 season?
Frankly, yes, because, I was on your program last year and wondered where LeBron would fit in the top 5 players in the league this year because this is year 17, because of the number of minutes he's played historically in his career. But here's the reality. He is still physically imposing from a strength standpoint. Is he as dominant athletically consistently as he was in his Miami days? Absolutely not. But the fact of the matter is he's a savant. He has physical strength. There remains moments of athletic explosion that are still breathtaking. And because he has so much experience and is one of the greatest passers in NBA history, the guy has been absolutely brilliant. And I'm going to tell you where I've really been pleasantly surprised. I had him the other night against the Dallas Mavericks. It's been a long time since I saw LeBron close out to a shooter where he's got to cover 10 to 12 feet, use that choppy step closeout, get a hand up in transition, sprint back in transition defense, try to find somebody to locate. Listen, there's still going to be nights, I'm sure, where, he's got to find a way to navigate rest during the course of the game because of his age. But the fact of the matter is he's highly motivated. He heard everything. As he told me in the post-game interview against Dallas, don't bury me yet.
Doris, you're a savant, so you would know a savant. So let me ask you this question about LeBron, because he's now the oldest player in NBA history with a triple-double in 3 straight games. He's the first player in his 17th season or later to record even 2 straight triple-doubles in a season. He's leading the NBA in assists and will turn 35 by the end of the season. The only guy to do that in NBA history is Steve Nash, who did it twice. So we're seeing this now. Is it realistic for this to sustain itself, or is this LeBron saying, for all you guys that thought I was out of it, I'm going to announce my presence with authority, and now that you understand I can do this, I'll probably be dialing it back as we go forward?
Yeah, it's a great question, Trey. I mean, listen, I think a lot will play into that decision. The Clippers and Lakers clearly look like they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. How much of a load, and this is one thing I've asked myself, what do the Lakers look like when Anthony Davis and LeBron James are off the floor? Well, you got to look at that last night with Kyle Kuzma, who is finding his legs in his second game back and looks to be the assertive scorer who can sustain a team for 3 to 4 minutes. Like, for the Clippers and Lakers, I don't think positioning in the Western Conference necessarily is going to be the driving force late. It's how healthy are we? Where are we physically? And what is, I have no answer. We all know Father Time is undefeated. So at some point, does LeBron dial it back because he knows, like Kawhi did a season ago, the most important time of the year is the playoffs? I don't know the answer to that.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports analysis and highlights, download the ESPN app. And for live streaming and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.